Hello everyone, this is Tammy. Today I'm going to answer a few questions I've had on making some envelopes and kind of how I do it. So I'm going to use the example that is in Playton's school book, and the envelope is on page 79 and the card feature. Now I want to show you a little trick how I can make any size envelopes with hardly any extra cuts. I just seem to figure it out right away. I'll tell you how I do it. I cut out now the envelope at 3 inches and the card at 3 inches, and this is what I get. Okay, the card is, here's the card, and if I measure it, it is 3 inches. Now remember, it's laying this way in the book, so it would be top to bottom, because here's your fold right here. So it measures 3 inches. Now, I did cut out my envelope, and here's the envelope. I just haven't put it together. Now, remember on a video that I gave you a tip? It's one of my later videos. It's a cricut tip. I tell you how it lays in the book and how to decide on how big to cut it out. If you notice, this way it lays in the book, but the envelope cuts out to fit the 3-inch card that is cut out. So here is my envelope. It does measure, your 3 1/4. Because they give you a little bit extra to fit your 3-inch card. But this way, it measures 2 1/2. But the card that they have displayed on here, the card that it is cutting out, does fit. Now, I wanted to make a 3 by 3 envelope. So this is how I decided. It is about 2 1/2, and I need it to be about 3 1/4 long. So on my gypsy, I have the envelope, and the first one I have here the regular cut. And the regular cut, and I need to see this, the height was 3. Remember, that's what my dial size would be on. And the width is 5.65. Now I need it to be 3/4 of an inch bigger, and I kind of have to double that because the flaps have to come up. That's kind of how I calculate this. So I took off my that little gold chain, the yellow chain, and made it white so I can change one side or the other. Remember, I don't want a 3 by 3. I don't want to change the height. I just want to change the width, and so I made it 7.5, and that comes out to, that's how I made my calculations. Remember, I needed it at 3/4 of an inch wider at least, and if you see, it measures 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So that was just one time. That is how I got my 3-inch by 3-inch card. You can make anything by just making it the dial size you want it for one side. Now, I did this again for the 4-inch card. I did it again. And let's see, that would be right here, the envelope. Let's move to here. That is the 4-inch. See, if you look at my height, if you can see that, it's 4 inches by 7.53. And again, I cut out the card, and it does measure the 4 inches. Remember how it's laying in the book. You lay it like this, and it measures 4 inches this way, is how the measurement is. Now, I did cut out the envelope, and it measures, see, 3 3/8, and then there is your 4 1/4. Okay, so I needed about an inch, so I added about 2 inches, because remember, I have to have room here too for it to flop over. So I cut out. So for my other envelope, I did keep the height. Remember, you always keep the height there, so you at least start out with one side of your envelope how you want it. And I took the chain off, and I was able to change it to 9.5. Now, This is the 4-inch card, like I showed you. And here's the other envelope. Let's see. This is cut out. It's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that is cut out again at, for the height, 4 and 9.5. And remember, that fits a card that is cut out for. And with the envelope, they make it just a little bit bigger so it's not so tight in the envelope. But that's all you have to do. And it's very easy to cut out the envelopes. Don't forget, you know, how the card lays in the book is how it's going to cut it out. And the envelopes, always things that go in each other or things like that. Remember, the envelope always cuts out to fit that size of a card. But it doesn't tell you it's a 4x4 or 3x3 card. It's the size that it gives you. And you can even look at your thing. Okay, on to technically, if you look at your size, here is the card that is 3 inches that I cut out. It actually measures, it gives you the width when you're on your gypsy instead of just your regular Cricut. It says 4.75. So you know that that's not going to be a 3x3 card anyway. It'd have to be 3x6. So you see that it is smaller, and that's how come your envelope isn't square. But you can use this. This works for all of them. All the envelopes. You just need your gypsy to change it, and you can make any envelope any size, and it's really easy. Then once you have the envelopes made, you just save them, and so you don't even have to calculate and do it. Just label them the size they are. So I hope you like this. It's really easy to make envelopes, so make any size card you want because you can just make any size envelope. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.